Welcome! And today we are playing, yet again, an investigator game. So this is the third one and the last one, unfortunately, but I can't stop myself from playing these. I really enjoy playing these, and this is Investigator in the case of the red herring, and I'm super excited to, unfortunately, but fortunately, finish off this little series until they release another one. I will definitely play another one. Anyway, but yeah, let's get straight into it. Alright, we know how it is. Case file's empty. Let's begin. Boy, am I glad to see you, Investigator. Who's that with you? A pleasure as always. Let me introduce my latest sidekick, the Trauma Llama. Please don't call a trained forensic pathologist a sidekick, Investigator. Also, you're paying me to be here. In any case, please tell us about the victim. The skunk, a nasty fellow by all accounts, mid-30s, did odd jobs along the dock. He spent most of his time at the Red Herring, a local tavern, drinking and getting thrown out for brawling. We found him washed up on the shore of the river, quite close to the herring. Okay. It's a fishy business, gentlemen. No signs of fresh injuries or a struggle, but plenty of people would have stood in line for the opportunity, if you ask me. If you don't mind, I'll have my sidekick take a look at the body. Pass me the rubber gloves, please. And now the long-handled scalpel. And that hypodermic needle. And that giant bottle with the skull and bones label on it, please. Oh, and some cotton swabs. And perhaps the bone saw? Should I be worried? No. The Trauma Llama is a professional. He's the best in his field. I'll take your word for it, Investigator. Alright, gentlemen, I'm still processing the toxicology samples. Those won't be done for a bit, but I can tell you now that the time of death was less than 48 hours ago, and the cause of death was definitely asphyxiation rather than drowning. Okay, cause of death was definitely drowning. What? Did you just say asphyxiation? Just like I said. Unfortunately, my medical examination doesn't quite corroborate Bobby Cat's initial conclusion. He has 3 cracked ribs, blood under his fingernails, and internal bruising. The victim had 3 cracked ribs and other signs of a struggle. This is confusing me, but alright. Well, we all can't be Sweeney Todd over there, cutting up people's bodies. Jealousy is unbecoming, Bobby Cat. Now please allow us to inspect the scene of the crime. This is the tattoo of a local river gang, the king crabs. We suspect gang-related homicide. At the very least, we should be on the lookout for any other fellow members seeking revenge. The victim belonged to a local river gang known as the king crabs. He's holding on tightly to his wallet. Not trying to steal from the dead, are you? Well, you know, you really aren't paying me enough. Oh? It's an unpaid tab bill from the Red Herring. $400. Goodness gracious. About 300 of it is apparently for broken furniture and tableware. The victim apparently owed 400 to the owner of the Red Herring. Could have probably used this lightsaber, poor guy. I'm about to reach the end of my rope. Funny. The 2 happiest times in a man's life are when he buys a boat and when he sells it. Sadly, there's no message in it, just your everyday discarded beer bottle. Please don't litter, kids. Why are there crates here? They washed ashore with the victim. It almost looked like he was holding them. They're just full of sardine cans. But what's inside the cans? A crate of smuggled opium found floating near the victim. Yes, just as I thought, you were right. This is very fishy business indeed. Okay, we got that. Both of these, the bottle, the boxes. I think we're good. Skunk often frequented a local establishment. Yes, sir, the Red Herring, I believe it's called. I think it would be best to continue our investigation there. Coming, the Trauma Llama? Oh yes, give me a minute to pack up my forensics kit. Let's move on. What a colorful locale, very hole in the wall. I'll be sure to leave a Yelp review. I'm not sure any of these denizens have done an honest day work in their lives. Oh, that's rude. The mobster lobster. Do you know someone called the skunk? Sir? No. What game are you playing there? What are you, the paparazzi? Would it just silence? Okay. Helpful as ever. You probably hear a lot. Welcome to the Red Herring, gentlemen. How can I help you today? Be the owner of this establishment. I, for my sins. It's not usual to find a Bernese this far from the mountains, is it? You know your breeds, I'll give you that. By the change of scenery. Well, you know, I've always had a bit of a wandering eye and itchy paws. I wanted to travel, so I left my hometown when I was a young pup, and the rest was history. You know, the skunk, that old Nope, I can't do English today. The devil himself couldn't ask for a worse customer. A bar tab longer than my tail, and always starting fights and breaking furniture. Why didn't you ban him then? Well, business ain't been so good lately. I know he worked for some shady customers, so I figured he had to be getting money from somewhere, and I was counting on him coughing up and then selling the red herring for a ticket out of this dump. Was owed money by the victim, who is apparently a poorly behaved, if loyal, customer. What do you know about the lobster over there? Him? He's the ideal customer. Comes in, pays for his drinks, sits quietly, leaves like clockwork every Thursday, never starts any trouble, not like the skunk. Never starts any trouble. Well, the skunk did throw up on his shoes a few days ago. He seemed pretty upset about that. Still didn't raise his voice or nothing, just glared daggers all night. Thank you very much for your help. Have a nice day. You. It's the fuzz. What do you want? You know someone... The skunk. Have you heard from that good-for-nothing? I sent him to deliver a load of my cargo a couple of days ago, and I haven't seen him hide or hair for that thief since. So you were the skunk's boss. Sure, and I'm telling you, I would not give that scoundrel a letter of recommendation. Ouch, that's a death blow in the job market these days. Hired the skunk for a delivery job that went bad. Why is your name the illegal seal? How often do you come to the Red Herring? What is this, the 5th degree? I actually can't stand this place. I'm only here because that useless lump, the skunk, hangs around here all the time. I thought I'd catch him here eventually. Thank you, sir. You've been very helpful. Yeah, well, don't let it get around. That would ruin my street cred. Just one of those silly childhood nicknames. I don't know if I believe you. I'm not sure you have much room to talk, the Trauma Llama. What are you saying about my name? It's a little odd, that's all. Take care. Okay. I give up. I confess. I'll admit everything. That's not helpful. What exactly are you confessing to? Everything. I did it. Or if I didn't, I know who did. Take me away. I'm a witness. I demand a witness protection program. That's not how it works. Why not? You have to be able to tell me what you're confessing to. Do you know the skunk? Of course, I know everybody who's anybody. How would you describe them? That guy was crazy, always walking around with a skateboard and studded jewelry, talking about how he hated the man. I think you're confusing him for Punk the skunk. Oh no, you're right. I know who you're talking about. The guy who played a mean saxophone and had an afro, right? Nope, that would be Funk the skunk. Investigator, we're wasting our time. He clearly has no idea what we're talking about. Claims to have known the victim but is incapable of actually describing him. Still, he seems willing to talk and may be a useful source of information. Talk about the lobster. The mobster lobster? Oh man, I'll get in trouble if I tell you. Please, Mr. Squirrel. Look, all I'm saying is you do not want to mess with that guy, alright? They say he's the son of Don whatever. The head of the crayfish crew. A rival gang of the king crabs? Yeah, that's the last person... Oh my gosh! I heard they only found bits of him floating down the river. Yikes. Okay. A taciturn mafioso, rumored to be a high-ranking member of the crayfish crew gang, rivals to the king crabs. Take it easy. Feels like we're raising more questions than we're answering them. All in good time. Patience is a key component of investigative work. Let's see if there's any clues about the red herring that might aid us. How quaint. It's a snapshot of a tavern brawl. I'm really starting to question what kind of ambience this place is going for. Wait a second, look, you can see the squeal, seal, and skunk fighting in this. Ooh. Ooh. So they do know each other. Another of those sardine cans. The packaging is the same ones we found next to the skunk. Opium again. How odd, these are actually just regular sardines. Figured this would be something, but apparently not. For the sake of our professional relationship, let's never eat lunch together. They appear to be varying shapes and sizes of the exact type of rum. No. Glass is too dirty to see in the kitchen, probably for the best. It's one of those flippable calendars. The sign says 1 day since the last brawl. Nothing else. So the juice on the illegal seagull. That guy totally smuggles drugs, man. So we gathered. Yeah, he pays real good though, so it's worth the extra hassle. Did you just admit to being an accomplice to a federal crime? Is it too late for that witness protection deal? Any gossip about the overseas Bernese? He's a weird guy, seems really easygoing, maybe even too nice for his own good, but, well, let's just say that one time someone tried to hold up the red herring and they had to carry him out on a stretcher. Never seen a man break someone's legs so easily. It's with the photo. That is, yes. Oh man, that's awkward. I really thought he was a smelly badger the whole time. Look, I was really sloshed, alright? Farewell for now. Huh. When did you last see the skunk? Let me see, it must have been 2 nights ago. He came in already 3 sheets to the wind, ordered some more, got into a massive brawl with the squeal seal over there, and limped off with his tail tucked between his legs. I'm not sure this place knows the meaning of the words cut off. What happens if he ever skips town? I break the legs of the man who comes in and tells me that news. That's what happens. Oh! Talk about shooting the messenger. Chance you can... Spare a drink of salt water? Sure, on the house. Gotta stop storing water in my clues folder. You really do. Yes, it was part of the new detox diet I'm trying out. See you around. Okay. Let's talk. How long have you known the skunk? I don't know, a few months at most. I was just looking for an extra hand with my shipping business. That's the last time I looked for hired help on Croak's list. Yes, I've heard that sentiment before in a recent murder case involving a toilet tank lid. Tell me about your shipping business. It's entirely legal and above board. Go on. I would never involve myself in any kind of unauthorized smuggling. Okay. I'm an entirely upright and honest citizen. The lady doth protest too much, methinks. Are these your sardines? You can't just take people's stuff, give them back. I'm afraid I'll have to hold on to them as evidence. But I was gonna eat them for lunch. What are you saying? Okay. Nice weather we're having. How about those king crabs? Listen, boy, if you know what's good for your health, you're gonna stop talking right now. You really can't get crap out of this, man. Alright, I can take a hint. We got freaking nothing. And we're still missing 2. Huh. We're missing 2 clues. Indeed. There's nothing really else to look at. Oh. Fragments of a ripped up letter. As far as I can make out, it says, "Want him gone, bottom of the river tomorrow night." I think it's a hit order. Or was it a hit on our victim? A mob letter detailing a hit on persons unknown. Okay, so now we're just missing one thing. And what could that possibly be? Is this your handwriting? Kid, don't make me get a lawyer. What, you got something more to say? No, I guess not. I don't know why these pop up like I haven't done them. Hold on, investigator. Looks like my toxicology samples have finished analyzing. Let me guess, he died from rancid poisoning? Don't be ridiculous, Bobbycat. No, his results aren't showing any trace of foul play. Well, other than his blood alcohol content being high enough to poison a small country. So he was drunk as a skunk, eh? Yes, I suppose you could say that. The victim's blood alcohol levels were absurdly high. Well, it's been a murky business, gentlemen, but I think I have all the information I need to draw a conclusion. Really? Because I haven't the foggiest idea what's going on. But for my dramatic accusation, I need to borrow your forensic kit, the Trauma Llama. You see, there's an 11th and important clue in here that I must flourish at the important moment. Alright, if you say so. Is it the llama? Because he was talking about... I've darkened the room for a very important reason. This is the part where I over-dramatically point my finger at the killer. As always, I like to give my sidekicks a chance to show me up. The Trauma Llama, don't you want to take a crack at it first? Okay, so again, I'm going to mute the music. Okay. So, there's no way. Maybe? No. Eh? I'm more thinking the Trauma Llama. Okay, here's reasoning. There's no way he barely knows this guy, right? Barely. This man would squeal even if he did something. He seems too wimpy to do it. He's not talking enough, and this guy doesn't need to kill someone. So... there? An interesting thought, but unfortunately incorrect. Now I'm afraid I fooled you. There was no murder. The skunk's death was tragic. Hold it right there. Who? What? The investigator is an imposter! 2 investigators? What on earth is going on? It's like I'm up to my eyeballs in alligators. No, there's only one alligator in this room. That man standing there is none other than the nefarious mastermind known as the crocodile. But he knew all the inside jokes from the last Investigator game. The crocodile's a criminal genius. Studying up on my latest cases and impersonating my every mannerism was child's play to him. I suppose I should be flattered. Quite frankly, I too am impressed, Investigator. You escaped from my captivity much quicker than I would have given you credit for. You are a worthy foe, Crocodile. But your scheming plans end here. Oh no, I think not. After all, I succeeded in obtaining what I came here for, the Trauma Llama's forensic kit, containing several very powerful sedatives and lethal poisons, available only to the most practiced of all medical examiners. No, give it back! I went to 8 years of med school for that. No, don't. The crocodile is also an expert combatant. Cut down by my own bone saw. Get an ambulance! But the crocodile is getting away! The Trauma Llama is more important right now! That's right, tend to your fallen friend like a good little alligator. I'll catch you in the end, you coward. Well, I look forward to that day. Until then, see you later, Investigator. After a while, Crocodile. I love these. The Trauma Llama, he was the best in his field. Art credits, audio credits, round of applause to everybody. Alright, that was awesome, as it always is, and yeah, that was awesome. I love these games, and my dog is in the background. I didn't realize she was looking out the window. Alright, I love these games, and I can't wait if they, to play another one if they put it out. I'll definitely play it. I think they're always really interesting. I think they're well made, and they're creative, and they're fun. But yeah, that was fun. That was awesome. I really like the story that's developing. I don't know if we played it a little out of order. Hopefully not. I know he mentioned the case before, so maybe we did play it in order. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for sitting down. Thank you for watching, and thank you for hopefully enjoying as much as I did, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.